Are they back? El Caps.
Are we back? Wait, it's too early, man. It's too early. The manager's had 6 months with the team. You can see his ideas. You can see the style of football that he wants to play, and the style of football that he's forced to play with the players that he has right now. But the one thing that he's done is he's instilled a winning mentality into the team. Every player that comes out says he's a fanatic. Like he just wants to win. Casemiro has won 5 Champions Leagues with different managers, but he says this is the most um, the manager with the craziest winning mentality he's ever been under. So Casemiro, who's played under all these other managers, to come out and say that shows that there's something building. Are we back? No, we're not back yet. United only be back if we win something, i.e. the Prem.
Yeah.
So I can't say we're back to win the Prem because back for United is winning stuff. So
Yeah,
not competing for top four.
yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I agree. But yeah, getting into the game, I was a bit before the game. I was like, I don't know how Man United should play it because I don't think we can go toe to toe with them. With City. But yeah, the game they surprised me. They went toe to toe with City. They didn't compromise in their style, and they didn't look pressed apart from some moments in the second half. So yeah, I was surprised. Played well, like you said. You can see Ten Hag wants to play a more possession style of football. There's certain players in the team which kind of stops him from doing that, like Wan-Bissaka. You can see De Gea specifically is trying specifically not to pass to him. So that kind of it not messes up, but yeah, it affects that style of play, trying to keep possession. But I think we've done it relatively well. Casemiro, he had a solid game. Rashford was a threat in behind. Shaw was solid at centre back. Malacia, he was tough in the tackle. He battled. Yeah, I was impressed by everyone in the team. We had a great game. And Man City played poorly. Yeah, Man.
Yeah, I think United learned from the first game against City where we got absolutely destroyed, that 6-3 beating. This time you could see we wasn't as fearful. We didn't like we didn't pay them too much respect as in the first game where we was just fearful and we was thinking deer in the headlights, City. This time we was onto them, we was pressing them, we was pressing from the front, and you can
Yeah,
see the shapes taking place. I think I was watching match today and they kind of showed the pressing highlights. You can see all of them working together as a team. If Bruno, usually Bruno would be that head loss presser running everywhere without any direction, but this time was more controlled. And if Bruno pressed, you could see Martial or Rashidi then pressing the man together. So we had like someone who triggered the press, and then the rest of the team pressed together. So you can see the shape and the style that Ten Hag's trying to implement. And I'm happy, man. It was a great result, man. Because I was panicking before the game. I was thinking, nah,
yeah,
City lost against Southampton. They're gonna want to bounce back. They're gonna come on crud. And then they even scored the first goal, and I was thinking, oh, here we go again. Our heads are gonna drop. We're gonna lose maybe 3-0 here, and then people are gonna say, oh, United flattered to deceive. But then, they didn't put their heads down. Went 1-0 down against City. The last time anyone beat City after goal behind was in 2021. So it's been 2 years since they lost the game from being a goal ahead. We went 1-0 down in the second half. We didn't drop our heads. We kept battling, and then we got that jammiest, craziest goal ever.
Offside. Do you think it's offside?
Yeah,
yeah. It was
what the
offside.
problem wasn't was it offside? It was he interfering with play? And yes, he was 100%.
I'm glad you
But
man said it because I thought you man gonna come in here with some
no,
BS.
no, 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 no. Like listen.
Yeah,
If
yeah. He
if that
was
happened
offside.
to us, I'd be fuming.
Mm.
He was into because people saying, "Oh, yeah, he didn't touch the ball." Yeah, he didn't touch the ball. And technically, by the rules of the game and the laws of the game, he wasn't interfering because he didn't touch the ball. But the other rule saying if he's directly impacting play, and he was stopping the Kanji from getting to Bruno. So that's interference.
Yeah.
If
You
you
know,
if you move Rashidi from that spot, he's beaten Bruno to that ball. So that he's directly interfering with play.
Do you know what happened? Like it happened, everyone saw that Rashford was offside,
And they stopped.
and then
they stopped the split second, didn't it? They stopped.
and then Bruno put it in, and then they put the flag out, right?
I mean, the linesman put the flag when Bruno run across the start. No, this ain't it.
Yeah. That's what it was. They intimidated. I have to say it straight up. They intimidated the ref. The way Bruno ran to the Lionel and was shouting at him, I think the ref got kind of rattled because he knew that he was onside, and Bruno was onside and Rashford was offside. He knew that, but the way that Bruno intimidated him kind of made him change.
But doesn't the main ref have the final say? And on top of that, there's VAR too. So that intimidation can work to a point, but they still decided it was okay.
But did he even? I didn't see them check VAR though.
They checked it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they checked VAR, and then they came. Referee did that whole. They checked it.
Yeah, it was offside. But one thing I want to say, shout out to Ten Hag for starting Bruno on the right. I'm sure everyone was like, why not play Anthony?
Nah.
I think playing Bruno there gave another body in midfield so we could easily retain possession. Gave us more control on the ball. And yeah, with Bruno on the ball, you saw him putting the balls over the top to Rashford, causing problems all game. So yeah, good tactical adjustment from Ten Hag to play Bruno on the right. I know he's done it a couple of times.
Don't forget for starting Fred as well.
Yeah.
Because the last game we started what's the name? Ericsson, and he was a dead body in that midfield. He was just getting bypassed.
Yeah, he's done, man. Ericsson's done now.
He's a good squad addition, but he shouldn't be starting.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be starting.
In certain games, like these high intensity games,
he shouldn't be starting, man. In games where you know you're gonna have bare possession and you need to unlock defenses, then you can have him there. But in these kind of games against City and your Arsenal, you maybe drop on the bench because I didn't even notice him half the time. He was missing. You could get rid of him, play Fred, Casemiro, Bruno in the 10, and then have Anthony on the wings, and you would have missed Ericsson. But he did the right thing. He brought in Fred, and Fred was man marking Kevin De Bruyne, and he kept him relatively quiet. But at one time, De Bruyne got space, putting the ball for that goal from Grealish. But Fred played well.
Yeah. Part of me is thinking, is the difference between this 6-3 and this 2-1, is it just Casemiro?
He played in that 6-3, didn't he?
No. That 6-3, you man got opened. That
6-3, it was because we was intimidated. We were fearful of City.
Way too open.
We were too naive. We were scared. Like we wasn't pressing. We wasn't that. We didn't play like we believed we even deserved to be in the same pitch with them. But this time round, we pressed from the jump, and when we got the ball, we used it well. We wasn't losing possession as easily, and we had Fred in the middle. Fred was vital for this game because Fred was everywhere, and he's pressing De Bruyne. De Bruyne didn't have space to be doing a madness. That 6-3, De Bruyne was killing us.
The thing I liked is that Man United were trying to expose their flaws. Like, it's good playing possession football, keeping control of the ball, but you need to be a threat. And with them balls over the top, you saw Akanji and Ake were causing them problems with Rashford.
We had the better chances. They had 71% possession at one point, but they had one shot on target the whole game. Yeah. That was the goal.
And
so
exactly. And the thing is, what we were doing, Man City weren't doing. That's why they weren't really effective. They have Haaland there, but I don't think they play one ball over the top.
But this is a symptom of Pep and his philosophies and his thought process is that if Man City won the game 1-0, having 70% possession, that's the perfect day in Pep's world. Yeah. And like the margins that are thin, it started with an offside goal. So maybe if that was offside, he wouldn't get the momentum to score the second. But the fact that he feels a 1-0 win, 70% possession is an ideal win for him in a derby is a problem because you need to be able to kill teams. You really think about it, Man City's best team was that I think 17-18 with Sane and Sterling, either wing with Aguero on top. They were battering teams, and there's so much pace, so much dynamism, so much directness. And this team is so slow. They look slow. Every
Yeah,
part of the pitch looks slow. Every single part.
yeah, the build up. Yeah. Apart from Haaland, it comes down to the wings
Yeah.
We said at
because
the start of the season they ain't got
yeah,
fast wingers to get in behind.
yeah, because if they had one pacey winger, it just changes the whole outlook.
Yeah. At some point, someone has to beat their man 1v1.
Yeah,
That's I always say that. At some point, someone's got to do it
yeah, and
to open things up.
I don't know why Pep's not like everyone knows this. I've heard it. Everyone's saying it now, so I don't know why. Maybe they'll do it by the end of the transfer window, but hopefully they don't. But yeah, it's so clear they need a pacey winger or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, one more thing on Manu, Rashford, Marcus Rashford. I think we got to have a conversation on him. Yeah,
I never gave up on the lad. He's always been good in my opinion. Like he's always been a top player. He's one of the best wingers in the league. If you really be real about it, ever since Ronaldo is gone, Rashford's done this. So, right? Am I wrong? Am I right?
yeah, you're spot on, spot on. Yeah, what was that 9 goals in a row at Old Trafford? He's setting records now. You see, he's confident. He's got his celebration. Yeah, I'm impressed by him. I thought me, I'm the cynical type, so I thought he was done. I thought we had seen his best days, even though he's young. But he's
Yeah.
proving me wrong.
Sorry, you say that, but if he had 3 more months of bad form, he might have been done.
Yeah,
It was
he was
that
close.
close. It was nearly 2 years of just terribleness.
Yeah, it was close. But yeah, you see, he's a threatening behind. He can be a man. He's capable of being a man. It's not like that's his game, but his game is just getting in behind and being a threat on goal. And yeah, you see, yeah, he's finishing. Like he gets chances, so he'll get the goals. He's not like an Aguero, like a deadly finisher, but he'll get his goals. And yeah, I'm just impressed by him.
He's been impressive this season, but I don't like these players here that play based on how they feel. I don't like them kind of players. And he's too emotionally led.
Bruh.
Like if he's happy, he plays well. If he's sad, he doesn't play well. I don't like them players because it's like, okay, if you're not feeling happy, you're not going to play well. I don't like them temperamental players. I want a player that just does the job. Sad, happy, angry, just do your job. And it feels like you have to cater to him too much. Be it saying all of that, yeah. The last couple months he's been excellent. He's in terms of goal scoring. He still has his bozo moments where he's running to the corner flags, running into man like a bumper car. That's why he's still Rashidi, the bumper car bandit. But he's getting the goals. He's getting the assist. And when someone does well, you have to give him the credit. He's doing very well. Like you said, 9 goals in a row at Old Trafford, 7 on the bounce. He's winning us matches, winning us games.
Yeah.
So he's vital for United right now. And start of the season, if you said to me 30 million for 60 million for Rashidi, I would have driven him to whatever destination. I would have done it myself.
PSG wanted him in the summer.
Fam, and I was saying sell him. I wanted him gone. Now I want him to stay, which is a testament to the turnaround that he's brought about. But I don't like it that he's so temperamental that I have to be happy to perform. No.
Yeah.
Do your job, because when I get paid if I'm feeling sad at work here, I still have to do my job to the best.
I remember that used to happen with Aubameyang, and Aubameyang wasn't really getting the arm around the shoulder like other managers do catering to him, because Aubameyang would come probably late to training. Arteta wouldn't have that BS. And I remember he wasn't really happy. Remember we dropped to Aubameyang a few times, and usually teams make Aubameyang a priority and make him feel loved. But Arteta doesn't deal with that BS. So I hate when Arsenal fans were saying Arteta's the one in the wrong during that situation.